Good evening and welcome to the MLS on MBS. Today, I'm your play-by-play commentator and also the co-commissioner of Major League Spleef. And today, I'd like to welcome you to the playoff tiebreaker game between Vicky Posa of Larkspur and Dragon Bloom 419 of PMW City. Both of these competitors finished with identical 19-3 records within the MLS. 38 points tied for the best record in MLS, and this winner will determine who will have the number one seed and home field advantage throughout the playoffs. The winner of this game, which will be the 23rd game of the regular season for each team and the final game of the regular season, will be the first seed and play the winner of City Steph Catania versus Aquamarine Bay, while the loser will be the number two seed, and in the semifinals will play the winner of Laclede versus East End. Now, competitors Vicky Posa and Dragon Blue 419, just jump up and down if you're ready for this first round. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. And Vicky Post and Dragon Bloom both get a start. They both seem to be taking a defensive position in the first round. Not too much offensive,ness. Vicky Post is trying to corner herself in. Dragon Bloom looks like he's trying to feint rush at Vicky Posa, but hasn't done so at all so far. Both competitors playing, and now Dragon Bloom is going after Vicky Posa. Didn't even break a block though, and Vicky Posa wasn't able to get him. And now they seem to be going at it again from a distance. Not really any close quarters combat, but neither of these two players are really known for close quarters spleefing. And they still just seem to be playing mind games with each other on this first round of the playoff game. And yeah, it seems to have been worked fairly well given that both of them got a 19-3 record. Of course, only two other teams in all Major League Spleef got a winning record, at all the other two being East End and City Steve Catania, who both got 18-4 records and 36 points. However, City Steve Catania won the tiebreaker in seeding based on their sweep of East End, while Larkspur and PMW City split their series. Still not very much action at all between PMW City and Larkspur. And Larkspur seems to be making a move back into the corner, and she tried to feint moving towards Dragon, but did not do so. Their eyes are locked on each other, but still not very much action at all here at Admont Park. The silence, the deafening silence here at Admont Park speaks for it all, doesn't it? And Vicky Post did make a move, but she seems to have cornered herself again. She's been making most of the actions, most of the moves so far in this game, but it's not even very offensive. Dragon Bloom has an extremely defensive style, which is being showcased at this point. And the gap seems to be slowly getting wider between Vicky Posa, between Larkspur and PMW City, but nowhere near close to the round being ruled as a draw due to islanding. It seems like they've almost stalemated themselves at this point. And Dragon Bloom almost seemed to have made a move, but didn't even break a block. And now they both might get into combat. Nothing. Seems like there might be a decision on the winner of this first round of the playoff game might just be decided soon, momentarily. Vicky seemed to be trying to go across, but once again a feint. Seems like both of these players like fainting, like faking a motion to jump across the gap, even though it's not happening very much at all. And yeah, Dragon Bloom 419, of course, is the reigning champion of Major League Spleef. He defeated, I believe it was East End in the championship of MLS last season. And he's looking to reclaim his title. So far, a very good title defense, only losing 3 times this year. Vicky Pose is looking to give him his 4th loss this season. Anyways, looking like playoff games so far not very too interesting on this MRT 7th anniversary course. It will be tonight. The actual time will be at 11:47 p.m. Eastern time tonight. That's 8:47 local time in Frumpel's time zone. July 13th, July 14th technically for most of the rest of the world. Usually, most weekends have had various events on them, such as the MRT PvP competitions done on the 1st anniversary or the Zirconia World Games of the 2nd anniversary. Today, this weekend, we have Major League Spleef. And this round has been going on for about 8 minutes at this point, and still no score. You can almost hear the announcer's frustration in his voice at the boredom. Routes. Anyways, Major League Split, founded in 2016. Vicky Poser, of course, did get her promotion to moderator today. She might be riding off of some of the happiness today going into the playoff game. Yeah. So looks like something finally happened. Vicky Poser jumping across and Dragon Bloom fleeing away. I'd like to We'd like to give a promotion on MBS for the playoff games that will be starting sometime over the next week. The third seed City State of Catania against sixth seeded Aquamarine Bay in one of the quarterfinals. The other quarterfinal will be the fourth seed East and versus the fifth seed Lead. Even if the games are not televised, you to watch the games live within Minecraft server. And Vicky Poser finally gets Dragon Bloom out. And now Larkspur leads 1-0 in the playoff game to determine who will win the first seed. And now we're waiting for Dragon Bloom to return to spot. And Dragon Bloom apparently had a lag issue, but he said that he won't redo. Players, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. And they rush at each other again for the second round of the playoff game. Vicky Poser once again taking most of the proactive moves in the game. Now seems to be some close combat, but nothing out of that. And now, yeah, Dragon Blue might actually be taking the forward action, the pro action now. It's almost like if I'm making up. It's almost like I'm making up the words here. And now, still not much action at all. And we have not a lot of action right now, yeah. And Dragon Balloon's throwing some snowballs, making Koza trying to go after Dragon Balloon, and Dragon Balloon fleeing once again. And now, gotta wonder at this point, when will the next real action in this round happen? It may take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, even until the heat death of the universe, and now Vicky Poza. And now Vicky Poza trying to go after Dragon Balloon again. Not much happening though. And just more of the same over and over again. And now, yeah, not a lot. And now Vicky Poza just got Dragon Balloon out again. Dragon Balloon walking into shoveling, and Larkspur leads 2-0 now in the playoff game. And we're going to go to the third round now. Competitors, players, are you ready? Looks like Vicky Poza needs some more time. All right, 3, 2, 1. And now another gap. And looks like Dragon Bloom jumped into a gap by Vicky Poth, and now Larkspur is up 3-0. And it's match point now. Larkspur's one round win away from winning the playoff game. Players, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. And of course, this is the match point for Larkspur. They're 1 point away from winning the match against PMW City for the number 1. And now, I don't even know what to say. Vicky posts on Dragon Plume's corner now. Some action between them, forming a gap, and Dragon Bloom is fleeing. Not completely unexpected. And now Dragon Bloom creates another gap, which Vicky does not seem to want to go across right now. This is going to go for a long time. And now Vicky Prosa was defeated by Dragon Blooms, and now still Larkspur with 3-1 lead, but PMW Cities extended it for another round. All right, round number 5. Players, are you ready? 3, 2, 1. And just a corner. Again, a pretty common strategy here in Major League Split, but especially with these two competitors. Looks like we're edging up to the 25-minute mark on this match, and Vicky Posa jumps across the gap. Looks like she's trying to do some aggressive, or at least not necessarily aggressive, assertive play style right now. Dragon Bloom jumping across the gap, Vicky Posa jumping across the same gap, a new gap created, and not really too much has changed. It's like Vicky might be thinking about trying to chase Dragon Blue now. We here on MBS would like to promote our anniversary offerings. The 7th anniversary MRT continues tomorrow with Family Feud at 1900 UTC, 1900, or not 1900, 1800 Coordinated Universal Time. That will be at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. MBS will be broadcasting Family Feud live. And then later on after that, there are currently no arrangements for the ASM press conference on July 20th, but it may be streamed in the future by another media outlet such as MRT News. Some snowball throwing, ostensibly to taunt, maybe to get the opponent to get off their butt and chase them. And Dragon Balloon's just been in the same position, and Vicky Poser really hasn't had taken very much action to really go after Dragon Balloon. It seems like it's a staring contest. Now, the next one blinking. Don't forget that MBS. That don't forget that MBS archives all of its YouTube. MBS archives all of its YouTube videos, including you can, in fact, watch the Big Brother finale, which was streamed earlier today. The Big Brother 4th finale, where Adult Disneyland, also known as A-Lion, won the season by an 8-1 vote, I believe the biggest margin in MRT Big Brother history, in what some may consider it the best season that Big Brother players ever had. And then you can also rewatch the MRT screenshots contest. The MRT Vision screenshot contest semifinals, which were held at Fort Yaxir, or Fort Yaxir. Fort Yaxir? I don't know how that town is pronounced. And in 2 weeks from now, the 15th Taco Burrito Dawn will be held at Larkspur, and that will be at a time to be determined. It will be hosted by not hosted, televised by MBS Live. The 15th Taco Burrito Dawn. Wow. 15 Taco Burrito Dawn since the very first one in December of 2013, held in Crystal City, a long way for the office of the commissioner. And Dragon Blue and Vicky Poser seems to finally be moving now. And Vicky tried to get Dragon out, but Dragon was just running away. And Vicky Prosos running away again, and this match is coming up on the 30 minutes points, which would definitely make it one of the longest MLS matches ever, rivaling the infamous PMW City versus Illinois match that happened a couple years ago that lasted over almost an hour long due to a loophole where it's which is essentially islanding, but did not island technically was not islanding. And now it seems that we have islanded, so it's going to be a draw. So now the round will have to be reset for the fifth round. Larkspur still leads 3-1, and this match has officially gone over 30 minutes now. Players, are you ready? All right, 3, 2, 1, go. And they run at each other, blah 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 blah. And the Dragon Bloom 419 goes after it. At this point, you might as well have a Bill O'Reilly will do it live moment, but obviously I would never do that to MBS. It's like a lot of moving around for nothing. And a little bit of gameplay, but nothing else. We'd like to ask you to support the troops for intro. What? Of course, Major League Spleef is going to hand out a $750 prize to the first place champion of the Shovelers Cup playoffs, and the runner-up will get $500. Imagine if these two teams, PMW City and Larkspur, made it to the Shovelers Cup finals. That would certainly be something, wouldn't it? And the Olympics seem to have some issues. The Summer Olympics, of course, originally scheduled to be held in Lacklead. However, when Airplane 320 announced that he would be moving it back to September due to personal issues, JPH Golf 421, the mayor, or Valkyrian 314 now at this point, the mayor of Lacklead pulled Lacklead out of the Olympics. And Airplane 320 did publicly state earlier that not recently, I mean, that he will ask Venceslas Mayor time to make my move to host the Summer Olympics. There's no word yet on whether time to make my move will actually be willing to host the Olympics or not, and the status remains in limbo. He said that Venceslas rejects he will go in the order of the Olympics voting, which would mean he would then ask Eagle Shore / Ceylon, Mayor, then after that Hendon, and then some other cities which I can't be bothered, if we cannot be bothered to look up. We at MBS. It's 42 past the hour now, 9:42 p.m. Eastern Time here at MBS time zone. And the match started at about 7 minutes, 8 minutes past the hour. So this match is going on 35 minutes long now at this point. And Vicky Posa has written HI, high, the word high, which is yeah, high is an exclamation in the English language, and now more stuff. Yeah. Anyways, this match is sponsored by nobody. At this point, we here at MBS are just filling time, so let's talk about facts about the two contestants. Dragon Bloom 419, a senator now, the mayor of PMW City. He actually had been a guest on the server for several years before finally becoming a member, and now he's made a nice niche in the server. Vicky Poser joined, I think about a year ago or a year and a half ago. Got trial moderator the April, or is it May GSM? I forget. And now she's a full moderator as of today. A fairly quick journey from membership acceptance to moderator. Although underscore frozen was quicker, only took about 2 or 3 months, I believe, for him to get moderator. Frozen actually finally returned to the MRT today. And it's 45 past the hour now. Our top MRT headline. We're going to do an impromptu MBS headlines for today during this match since there's nothing else to say. Our top headlines, just underscore Robinho announcing his resignation from moderator today. Earlier today, he had become moderator on August 31, 2013, and had been a moderator for a very long time. As he knows in his resignation speech, the longest continuous holding of the moderator position and now getting promoted to administrator. He will resign effectively on the next GSM date, August 12th, 2019, ending an almost 6-year-long run as moderator. Gods of Train, who is currently administrator, who will also assign for moderator. This Frumple did say that the staff will be looking at promoting moderators at the August GSM, and in addition, it is a possibility that new administrators will come will be considered and or announced at the July ASM, which will be held a week from now on July the 20th. Frumple, meanwhile, announced that he will be paying for the server for as long as he is financially stable. but he will start distancing himself and handing responsibilities over to the administrators as he feels that he is not too connected with the community anymore and that he has grown tired of it. But he stated that he recognized the positive effects the MRT server has had on various people around the world, so he will continue paying for it as long as he is able to. Nintendo of Minecartia was condemned today for promoting the game. Okay, now I'd be going off the deep end if I continued with that. I really would be going off the deep end if I continued with that headline. So, breaking news now headline Nintendo of Minecartia is condemned by Christian religious group of and now Dragon Blue gets Vicky Poser out, and the score is 3-2 Larkspur. Now Vicky Poser Larkspur has in fact surrendered a 3-0 lead in the past to Leclead, I believe, in which Leclead ended up winning 5-3. And Dragon Bloom 419 and Vicky Poser are all right. Vicky Poser seems to be taking more. And 3, 2, 1. And they're going at each other. Maybe there will be a point scored. It is match point for Larkspur at the. We've reached 40 minutes now. Over 40 minutes on this runtime of this match. On the 6th round of the match, 7th if the drawn round was included. That's still almost 5-6 minutes a match. Meanwhile, breaking news now headline: Righteous group put our children, Christian group put our children first is criticizing Nintendo of Minecartia for using official outlets to promote an event in the mobile app game Fire Emblem Heroes, and Vicky Post is going after Dragon Bloom, but nothing happened, and I guess I still have to commentate on this game seriously now. Yeah. Now Vicky Post is going after Dragon Bloom. A little gap opened when Vicky Post is back on the island, and the same thing. And Vicky Poser enter gap, 3-3 tie now, so we would now have to see at least 5 points now. And this is going to be the 8th round of play coming up. And this is the second time this season that Larkspur surrendered a 3-0 lead. Players, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. And they're going at each other again. Seems like they've gotten more aggressive. Maybe they're getting tired of the long length of this game. And the sizable gap open, technically not island. And now, yeah, more breaking news now, headline continuing. The controversy is firstly that Nintendo of Mindcardia is accused, it's a pretty sizable gap, but it's still technically not islanding. And more fainting. Nintendo of Mindcardia is accused. Okay, I don't want to go off the deep end, so thanks to the players for actually making this competitive and more islanding. And Dragon Blue's in a corner now, and yeah, Vicky Pools are gonna try to be aggressive now. Yeah, it looks like it's gone to the maximum size the gap can be in, and okay, it looks like there's literally only one path for a person to cross. Um, yeah, it looks like that. And it's a drawn round now, so we're gonna do the ninth round of play now, including drawn rounds. Yeah. Players, are you 3, 2, 1, go. And now, at this point, we might as well give everyone who's attended this game, a t-shirt saying, I survived the playoff game between PMW City and Larkspur. That lasted 45 minutes now, coming up to 50 minutes. And Vicky Posa takes a 4-3 lead. She still has, off of that Dragon Bloom jumping into the gap, she still has to go get one more point to win this match. Players, are you ready? Anyways, the controversy. Never mind the controversy. Who cares? Pick up a football. All right. 3, 2, 1. Oops, that's not the way. Um. Anyways, looks like we're gonna get a little bit of gap and then more gaps. Yeah, more gaps. Meanwhile, this commentator's favorite baseball team is losing 7-0. 7-2, I mean. Still pretty bad. And not much happened. In other MBS sports and games headlines from around the MRT, besides the Olympics being in limbo, Adult Disneyland won Big Brother 4, 8-1 vote, largest margin ever. MRT's favorite house guest was picked to be Mega Scatterbomb, while Yoshi's favorite house guest was picked to be Mine_Man_. Both of each of them won $300. Meanwhile, Adult Disneyland won $5,000, and Echo Hue won $500 for being the runner-up, even though he only got one vote at all. And nobody knows why HBT chose Echo Hue, even though Dolph Disneyland was the obvious winner. No, you are not allowed to bribe players to throw the game. As much as I hate to in terms of long games, there's actually been a baseball games which have lasted 33 innings. I guess this is what a 33 inning baseball game would feel like, except not really, because that game lasted so long they had to call it, suspend play at 4 in the morning, and then play it the last inning several weeks later. And now there is some more action finally, and Dragon Balloon actually attempted to fight back, but he ran away again. And now he's running away again. He keeps running away from Vicky Posa. We don't know if Vicky Posa is going to strike back now or later. Who knows? Captain Obvious here. Yep. And Dragon Balloon is taunting Vicky Posa with snowballs. Vicky Posa is going after Dragon Balloon, and Dragon Balloon runs away again. But less and less of the field is there for for someone to stand on. And Dragon Blue gets Vicky Posa out. The game's tied at 44 now. So now we're going to have to play until 6 points. And we've officially reached the 50-minute mark. We're now on the 10th round of play. We're tied 4-4 now. Players, are you ready? All right. 3, 2, 1. Anyways, breaking news now reporting that protesters marched outside the Nintendo of Cartia headquarters for exposing their children to material that's deemed unsuitable to them. Specifically, they refer to the promotion by official outlets such as Nintendo of Cartia's Twitter of the recent summer refreshes banner on Fire Emblem Heroes, which has been criticized for featuring over-sexualized representations of women. Some have also taken issues to the fact that some of the characters featured in the banner are underage, including Lilina, who is only the character Lilina, who is only 15 years old, and the character Lindis, who is within Japan is only 16 years old, although in the westernized version, including the version released by Nintendo of Cartia in 2003, her age was raised to 19. In addition, Nintendo of Cartia has also been criticized for promoting spending and gacha loot box spending on their games such as Fire Emblem Heroes as well as Dr. Mario World, which released earlier this week. Nintendo of Cartia has stated that it has added warnings on its content, including the content criticized as being sexualized, but yet targeted to children, telling children not to play the game, and put the children first. It stated that Nintendo of Cartia must never ever make any material that shows a hint of sexuality or else they will go to hell. In other breaking news now headlines, Minecraft Yoshi 26 evaded taxes again, and he's still committing tax fraud, even though that is an overused meme. And it looks like some more action is finally coming on. Looks like we have to do a little repair there. And we are definitely coming on the very close to the hour-long mark. Okay, Dragon Bloom, are you ready? Just jump up and down to indicate that. 3, 2, 1, go. At this point, I'm just gonna start reading off of articles from Breaking News Now and see what they say. Marblegate receives eye transplant. The city of Marblegate is in celebration over a successful eye transplant. Restored the city's sight to youthful clarity after a successful operation by surgeons from Mossack Fonseca University Medical Center. Yeah, you like jazz? Hurricane Barry made landfall into the United States today. Don't know how many casualties Hurricane Barry caused. Hopefully none, but we'll see. Hurricane Barry, you like jazz? You like jazz? You like jazz? What? Marblegate is reported to have experienced gradually decreasing sight over the year. Eyesight over the years causes the city to become disoriented and confused. Reportedly losing to the St. Louis against Park Keys multiple times, tripping while walking upstairs, and accidentally taking someone's $40 million soccer stadium. The city sought medical attention, fearing that its medical issues were progressing to the point of rapid degeneration. Mossack Fonseca University Medical Center reached out to the city to earn treatment, and the team doctors decided that full eye transplant was the best way forward. MFU Medical Chief Surgeon Woolrich 999 told BLM that a donor was found in the Planet Minecraft organ donation database. The donor was identified by the name King Fritz, a 36-year-old trucker from Boise, Idaho, was found dead under suspicious circumstances with his eye already clearly cut out and placed in a cooler for refrigeration. According to the surgeon, the operation was a complete success. The transplanted eye was compatible with existing tissue and experienced no issues with rejection, as the city council has already given its signature of approval. Mossack Fonseca University Medical Center declined to comment on the location of Suki Kun, formerly known as Hong Sang-yu. And maybe we'll get action now. Maybe Dragon Blue will finally win the game. No.